It's been such a long week. Even though it's like a shorter week. It's currently now 2:30 in the afternoon. So I did a lunch and learn with SNMA. I signed on to the Zoom call with Dr. Gina, and she is a physical health or physical medicine and rehabilitation doctor over at Sinai, Chicago. So she was really just talking to us about the diversity aspect and just what exactly is the PMR specialty. I actually signed up to be a part of a talk, or like a panel I should say, when students are given interviews for UIC the day before their interview, the night. You can have like a casual conversation and really ask questions to current students. So I signed up to be one of the Chicago representatives. I remember being in that situation. It was the first one that I went on, and I was nervous, and I didn't get to travel and meet students the normal way, like how it was done in the past. So being able to meet students and kind of get the feel of them was a way for me to get a feel for the school and the culture. One of the people that I actually met through my pre-interview dinner, he was really awesome. Eric kind of told me all about the PCM program. He explained a lot about the diversity and inclusion that was here at UIC, and then talked a lot about the resources and how accessible everything was for students. Even attending the second look, he was in a student panel and we were all there, and then I got a side Zoom message that was like, hey, it's great to see you, congratulations on getting in, it's great seeing you at second look. And I was like, oh, he remembers. And it's just that little interaction that made me really like UIC and ultimately want to choose UIC. I want to hopefully do that for next year's M1s and people that I'll meet throughout this interview season. So if you are applying to UIC anytime soon, look out. Maybe I'll be one of the students, M1 students that you guys will meet. We'll see how it goes. Let me jump back into these lectures and then hopefully start dinner, work out and everything before I have to get on that Zoom call. And I am back. It is now 8 p.m. I just finished the pre-interview meet and greet, and I'm really glad that I did. The people that I met during my interview process at UIC really made me feel valued and welcome to be a part of UIC, and it showed me that, yeah, they're med students, but they're real people. One of the interviewees was actually I am so glad I just texted my friend and told her that out of all the pre-interview panels, UIC has been my favorite because they are real people. It made this hour of sacrificing of my time and my study time worth it. I'm a bit elated and excited. I'm gonna go and make dinner and then see where the night goes. Happy Wednesday afternoon. I just checked my quiz scores for our TBL last week. Thankfully, again, barely scooted by when the individual and team was reported. A lot of people were talking about how this was the toughest quiz, the toughest content material. And honestly, out of the last 3 weeks, it's been my best quiz score. After week 2, I went into week 3 just feeling defeated, unmotivated and everything. I went down to Kentucky this past weekend and I only spent, I want to say an hour reviewing and then took the quiz. I was kind of nervous. I was like, you know what? It's not graded. It's only done for completion. I'll try my best. It wasn't just skirting by the MPL, but it was getting a score that was higher than, much higher than I anticipated. I'm still nervous because today is our first or my first specialized patient encounter. I'm gonna meet with 2 specialized patients, both 20 minutes each, and gonna pretty much elicit like a chief complaint with the onset, the location, the severity, alleviating factors, and really just being assessed on communication skills. I'm just really excited, one, about that week 3 quiz, and then a little nervous for these patient encounters, but we'll see how it goes. Just finished my patient encounters and I was super nervous. I felt like everything kind of vanished through my brain, but at the end of the 2 patients that I saw separately, they were like, yeah, there's no criticism or feedback that we have for you. They both asked what I was trying to convey, and I was like, positivity, empathy, and just to make you feel overall comfortable, especially in a telehealth kind of setting. Eye contact was great with looking into the camera rather than looking down at the screen, and they really felt as if I had put them at ease. I wasn't judging them with what they were telling me with their symptoms or the actual clinical case care, and it was all very much a positive experience. That's one thing less that I can worry about. And now for another exciting news is that I was actually texted earlier by the co-president of SNMA, and she let me know that it is just me and one other person that applied for the co-president. So she wanted to know whether or not I wanted to be taken off of the ballot for both secretary and VP, seeing as though I and this other person are running unopposed because there's only 2 of us and there are 2 spots. It's definitely taking me a bit out of my comfort zone of really putting myself in that top leadership position, but with this sense of collaboration and community in this organization, I feel that it's gonna be very beneficial to me, and it'll help me evolve more as a person. So I'm excited to see where this road will actually go and take me. The meeting is going to start in about 20 minutes. Now I'm going to kind of get my bearings straight. We have to do like a 1 to 2 minute speech of why we want to step into that role. So I gotta put my notes down for that. Officially elected as co-president of the Student National Medical Association at UIC. Super exciting. I want to say like Tuesday through Friday, it has been nothing but go, go, go. Thursday was kind of just a lazy day. Staying in bed, watching the Boards and Beyond videos, and I still did what I normally would. I probably wasn't as efficient as I normally am, like in the office or in the desk, but that's what my mind needed. I think it was working overtime this whole week. Came back and headed to campus for our 3-hour class, and I really enjoyed this week's lecture just because we got to talk about the physicality, the vital signs, and all the different aspects of the patient, and then based on lab results, what we would consider prescribing. You got to see what the textbook learning throughout the week was, how it was applicable. After that, I went to the seminar, which was racial disparities with acute and chronic pain. I think I just slightly got emotional during the seminar. They brought up the case of Dr. Susan Moore, and out of the 140 students, there was really a handful of us when they asked have you ever heard of Dr. Susan Moore? Just from what I saw, there was only 15 to 20 of us that responded that yes, we had. I don't know if it was like a huge thing for everyone in general, or if it was just largely impactful to me simply because she was an African American female physician who passed away from COVID from complications. She posted a video that went viral of herself in the hospital, and the fact that despite her explaining her background and her extensive knowledge of the healthcare field, she was still treated poorly and neglected. If they can treat a member of their own, like a colleague, that way, how else are other individuals being treated who don't have that outlet and that voice and that knowledge to speak up for themselves as patients? To have that same industry that she devoted her life to basically call her pain fraudulent and neglect her for that. That brought about a bunch of discussion, conversation in the seminar, and thinking towards it is like, I hope that the work that I'm putting in now and the amount of passion and fight that I have for advocating for my future patients, that the industry won't turn its back on me if I'm ever in a vulnerable position. After the seminar, I went to another meeting about the mentorship program that I'm in, and I got paired with a pediatrics doctor. So they were kind of just letting us know everything that we're going to have to do, from a poster presentation to attending workshops. We will see how the night goes. If I don't see you guys then, signing off on this Friday. All right, bye.